Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Pike County man appeared in court for charges in connection to a Magoffin County teen's death. And Kentucky lawmakers could tackle a bill this session to change where you can get your ID.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good Monday morning to you. I'm Caroline Mueller here with you on this January 12th. The time is now 5:33. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmel for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, it did kind of take a lot out of me to take those first steps out the door this morning. I knew those cold temperatures were coming after I've just been enjoying those 60s, honestly, those past few days.
I've really enjoyed the warmer temperatures, but nope, they're gone with a flash, and we're looking at freezing temperatures. In fact, well below freezing temperatures as you're heading out the door. So let's talk about the teens and 20s you can expect for this Monday morning. 28 in Louisa, 25 in Logan, 27 in Prestonsburg. It's a little bit warmer for our West Virginia counties. I say warmer with quotations, of course, because they still have some cloud cover hanging on. But for our more southern counties, we're talking about the upper teens. By the time we head into the afternoon, though, everyone will be in a mixture of those 40s, which isn't too bad considering it's where we should be for this time of year. But thankfully, we'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the day. That starts this morning and will just continue all day long, even into your Tuesday. So there's something to look forward to. Here's a look at that 12-hour forecast for you, though. Wall-to-wall sunshine all day long. It's going to be a pretty dry and good day, I'd say. Caroline.
Thanks, Megan. A Moorhead man is dead after a single vehicle crash in Rowan County. Authorities identified the victim as 43-year-old Raymond Hughes, a Moorhead resident. The crash happened Thursday morning on US 60 West, just past Pleasant Valley Road. A concerned citizen reported seeing a vehicle over an embankment around 8:30 a.m. Rowan County Sheriff deputies responded and found Hughes deceased at the scene. Investigators believe the crash occurred several hours before it was reported. Hughes was ejected from the vehicle. The Rowan County Sheriff's Office and the coroner are investigating the cause of the crash. A fire seriously damaged a popular Eastern Kentucky restaurant. Frostiyette owner Roger Collins says around 10:30 Friday morning, he saw smoke coming from the restaurant. Frostiyette has been opened in Sand Gap since 1958, serving as a staple in Jackson County. Collins says he and his wife have been running the business for nearly 2 decades. He says now they plan to rebuild.
Yeah, we're going to try and move forward. That's all we can do. Good Lord will take care of us.
The fire destroyed the stove and damaged the building. Thankfully, nobody was inside at the time, and no injuries were reported. A Pike County man accused of driving under the influence in a crash that killed a Magoffin County teen appeared in court Friday, pleading not guilty to his charges. Investigators with the Kentucky State Police say Keith Anderson was driving his car under the influence on October 6, 2024, when he crashed into a vehicle occupied by Kenny Oxher and 17-year-old Kayla Elam. Elam died as a result of the crash and Oxher was injured. Last month, Anderson was indicted for vehicular homicide, assault, and DUI, and he appeared in Floyd County Circuit Court Friday, pleading not guilty. He is currently in the Floyd County Detention Center, but is expected to return to court later this month for a bond hearing. A University of Kentucky law professor who was suspended over the summer won't be allowed to teach this spring. A federal judge made that ruling in Ramsey Woodcock's case Thursday. Woodcock was suspended after he created a website criticizing Israel and calling for military action. Woodcock sued UK, claiming they violated his First Amendment rights. In Thursday's ruling, a judge wrote that Woodcock wouldn't suffer any irreparable harm by not being allowed to teach. His lawsuit was also put on pause while UK continues their investigation. Woodcock disagrees with the choice and thinks the judge should have done something.
If the federal court doesn't intervene to say that what the university is doing is unconstitutional retaliation for speech, the university will be free to investigate me again, to conduct additional investigations, to continue to harass me, to continue to suspend me, to continue to ban me.
Professor Woodcock says he's going to be appealing the decision and says he stands by his position on Israel. The Southeast Kentucky First Robotics Regional Competition was underway Friday and Saturday. 15 teams from Appalachian schools were at the Challenger Learning Center early Friday. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino was there.
For several months, Appalachian students have been preparing for the first LEGO Robotics tournament. On Friday, their hard work was put to the test as 15 groups from throughout the region competed and showed off their STEM skills.
Every year we have a different theme. This year it's archaeology. They're learning about the problems archaeologists face, how we solve them, how do we move forward using all this sci-fi modern age technology to uncover the secrets of the past.
While the young engineers enjoy this friendly competition, first officials say it also provides a space to learn and grow, as they are the future of the mountains.
So they're growing as becoming professionals, developing skills, and really getting ready to move into, the workforce of the future.
Team Robo Raptors with McGoffin North Elementary says they have a strategic plan to face the other teams and help archaeologists face the impossible.
The problem that we're trying to solve is archaeologist safety. We came up with a solution, and it's called the DigBot, and what it does, it has a camera and ultrasonic sensors and a light and like a soil sifter and everything like that, and it can go into small spaces so archaeologists don't have to risk their life.
As the challenge aims to build a pipeline and pathway for students while they have fun doing it. In Perry County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
The competition wrapped up Friday with the Appalachian Regionals. Kentucky lawmakers could tackle a bill this session to change where you can apply for or renew a driver's license or personal identification card. It comes after complaints about the current system with regional offices. House Bill 162 would return the practice of issuing licenses, including real IDs, to circuit clerks in every county. Kentucky transportation officials say circuit clerks asked them to take over the process in 2020, and they say last month wait times averaged just 11 minutes.
Although I do anticipate opposition and a negotiation process, I feel as though this legislation is a great starting point to have that conversation and to create a system that works for everyone.
There are currently 35 regional offices in Kentucky, and state officials say they're working to further improve the system. If made law, the bill would go into effect in July of next year. The loss of a tow truck driver, Troy Caldwell, is making the tow truck industry push for a change. In 2024, Caldwell was struck and killed while working on the side of the interstate in Bath County. House Bill 282, called Troy's Law, would let tow trucks use blue lights when responding to a wreck. Fellow tow truck driver Bubba Johnson was Caldwell's friend. He tried to get Troy's Law passed last year, but it didn't make it past the committee hearing. It was introduced again last week. Johnson says he's not going to stop pushing until the bill is passed.
What would you want people to do if it was you or your loved one? You would want them to slow down and move over. We have to make changes in our industry that helps us and our people out here working to ensure their safety.
Johnson says he's garnered support from tow truck drivers in the Commonwealth and beyond. Health professionals say social isolation and loneliness is a growing problem throughout the country. According to the CDC, about 1 in 3 adults in America report feeling lonely, and about 1 in 4 say they don't have enough social support. Cassie Prather leads the Woodford County Health Department and says loneliness could trigger chronic health problems. She says feeling lonely doesn't mean alone. It might be that you lack face-to-face interactions.
If we've got 1 in 3 people that are experiencing that, then we've got a lot of people that are at risk. A lot of times people need human connection and sometimes physical touch. a hug or, a pat on the back.
The library can be a great resource if you're looking to build community. Coming up, there's some new rules for this year's Emmy Awards. That's next in today's Eye on Entertainment Report.
And we're talking not one, but two cold fronts on the way this week.